Now I know that we've talked about creating conflict quite a bit already, but I still want to dive in a little bit deeper because the conflict and the obstacles are crucial to your story. Stories with a happy ending first must overcome obstacles. We can't see the good without seeing the bad first. Now before we get to the end of the story, you want to create dramatic tension that makes the listener or the viewer think, will this character reach his or her goals? You want to build up suspense. Every story needs suspense. Of course, the best example of stories that have suspense are soap operas. At the end of every episode of a soap opera, you will want to know what happens next.
Oh my God.
The dramatic question creates this suspense. The dramatic question is the big obstacle that the character has to face. The dramatic question or incident puts questions into the mind of the audience. They want to see these questions answered. Otherwise, they're not happy with the story. They want answers on questions like, what just happened? And they want to answer on questions like, is he or she going to be able to solve this problem? So we need to ask ourselves, what is the first dramatic incident that shows the character needs to overcome a struggle? A dramatic incident or a dramatic question is always a specific point of curiosity. People will want to know if it will happen or not. And that could be solving the problem, or that could be meeting someone. It is something that needs to be answered. Dramatic questions can be questions like, will your hero reach his or her goal? Will he or she survive? Will the rules of the game change? Will the hero get the job maybe, or get the girl? And in more business-related stories, they will want to know answers to questions like, will the audience understand? Will the clients understand? Will the clients actually buy the product? Will the cost exceed the benefit? Coming up with a dramatic question can be very simple in some cases and very difficult in other cases. So how to get to the dramatic question? First, you want to look at the biggest problems that the character has. Look at the answers again that you gave to these questions. What was it again that you wanted to get across? What were the strengths? What was the kryptonite of the character? Take the answers to these questions and look at them. Then look at all the potential conflicts and obstacles that you wrote down. And start brainstorming. You want to brainstorm the big problem. So from all the problems that you wrote down, which one of these is the bigger problem? Or which one is maybe overlapping all of them? And can be made one big problem. After you've brainstormed that big problem, you want to think about what triggers the problem. What can happen to make us show that the problem exists? What's very crucial is that you need to make it resonate with your audience. They need to understand, they need to recognize the problem. So do a lot of brainstorming here. Everything goes at first. Try to find out which problems are biggest and most important to your character. Connect that with your audience and figure out what makes it happen. How does this happen?